Good morning, Clark Lane. Seventh graders in particular, my seventh graders, because who else is watching this? Um, it's Wednesday. It's Wingman Wednesday. I'm still wearing my shirt. It still kind of fits, sort of. Let's get started with today's lesson. Here we go. Almost there. Hey, Russ, how are you? You guys want to see Rory real quick? Who doesn't? You guys see him? Oh, yeah, there he is. Okay. So our focus question is changing gear a little bit. We're still talking about apartheid, but today I want you to be thinking about how was the white Afrikaner minority, because they weren't in the majority, there were fewer of them, how were they able to maintain control over all of South Africa's people of color, especially since they were mistreating them? The reading that I'm going to have you focus on today should help you answer that question. You can see not a terribly long agenda. Today, I have some announcements. After my announcements, I'm going to do our QuarenTIME because it's Wednesday. Then we're going to go over some main idea reminders, and then I'm going to do the workload for today, and then we're done. Let's get started. Okay. Not much in the way of announcements for today. Just a reminder that we are doing Google Meets today. They will be during, D period will be at 1 o'clock, and I will post the link to that like seconds before it begins. And E period will be at 1:20, same deal. I hope to see some of you there today. The plan is to answer any questions you might have about work that I've assigned, and then maybe just talk a little bit about April break and get a chance to see each other. The other thing, oh, look at the dogs for a second. Look at the two boys, they love each other. I think they've become closer in this whole quarantine thing, but that could all be in my head. The other thing I wanted to talk to you about is, as I told you, I'm a total gamer now, and I just downloaded this other game yesterday that I'm completely obsessed with. It's the Untitled Goose Game. I don't know if any of you are familiar with this, and I don't know if it exists on any platforms outside of Switch, but it is awesome. You get to pretend you're a goose and just kind of annoy people. So it's the perfect game for middle schoolers. Was that a read? It might have been. Today's Project QuarenTIME features a student in our E period classes, and it's all about face masks. Not this type of face mask, Mr. Higgins. So you're too funny. You really are. Stop. But this type of face mask, and it is Jackson. Jackson reports that he and his family have been making face masks, which is something I think a lot of people have been doing, especially now that we're required to wear them out in public. And for everyone that the family sells, they donate one to a healthcare facility. And they've had orders from all over, not only Waterford, but the country, even as far away as Hawaii. I think that's super cool. Jackson, way to spend your time in a way that is productive and helpful on a bunch of different levels. So good for you, bud. Keep those Project QuarenTIME messages coming in, and each Wednesday I will feature someone new. Now on to today's lesson. So today's assignment isn't terribly difficult, question mark? Not terribly long, not like those fact checks, which, oh, I hate grading those so much. Today is just another main idea statement. I've been doing one of these a week with you guys, and here is today's. Now, before you start working, I just want to remind you of something that I've talked about a million times, and that is the importance of key terms. Including key terms in your main idea statement is going to improve the quality of your work. It's almost essential to getting a good grade on these. And I feel like that's the comment that I write most often when I'm scoring main idea statements. Hey, why didn't you include any of the key terms? So today's lesson is a quick review of key terms. Just as a definition, a reminder, because you might need them. A key term is what we call an important piece of the text, an important idea. It might be a word, it might be a couple of words, but it's something that the author believes to be really important in a piece of text that he or she has written. There are a couple of different ways that an author might draw your attention to key terms as a way of saying to the reader, hey you, this is a key term. One way is font manipulation, by making something bold or underlined or italicized or putting the word in a different color or changing the size of the word. All of these things draw your eyes to the word and is a way of the author saying to you, hey reader, that right there, that word in red, that's a key term. That's why I put it in red and underlined it and italicized it. and put it in 72-point font. Holy cow, what else do I have to do? The other way that an author signals to you that it is a key term, that a key term is present, is through repetition. And this means that the author is using some word over and 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 over again. Repetition. See what I just did there? Still hilarious, even during a pandemic. We're going to practice, because some of you, a vast majority of you, need practice with this. So here we go. I'm going to read a passage to you, and I'm going to see if you can identify any of the key terms in this text. Ready? Here we go. Can you find any key terms? Being able to identify and use key terms is an incredibly important skill when it comes to finding the main idea of a text. Authors try to draw readers' attention to key terms in two main ways: font manipulation and repetition. Font manipulation refers to the times when an author changes the font of a text to make it stand out. The author might manipulate the font by making the words larger, by putting them in a different color, by underlining them, italicizing them, or making them bold. In conclusion, font manipulation, font manipulation, font manipulation. Now, can you identify any of the key terms there? Why, yes, key terms is one of the key terms, and you can tell because it's blue and it's underlined. Repetition is another key term. Very good. We can tell because it's blue, different color, and it's underlined. And the other one, which is kind of hard to find, oh yeah, it's font manipulation because it's blue and it's underlined and it's in there 5 million times. Repetition. I hope you're able to apply all of these lessons to today's main idea statement so that I don't have to write. Using key terms would improve the quality of your main idea statement. Revise and resubmit for additional credit. Okay, your workload for today is as follows. Main idea statement, that's due tomorrow. It'll be posted at 9 a.m. this morning. Virtual map quiz number 3, just West Africa this week. Practice a little bit if you got some time today. That fact check that I assigned on Monday, it's due today. Get her done. And last but not least, if you are all caught up, or if you aren't all caught up, complete your missing work, revise any work that you're unhappy with your score on, and maybe get outside a little bit today and enjoy this beautiful day. This is Mr. Higgins on Wingman Wednesday. I hope to see some of you later on today in our Google Meet, and I hope people are talkative during our Google Meet, because it's not so fun just sitting there when everyone's quiet. It's weird. Okay, I will see you later today. Peace. Oh no, I didn't record that.